Hey, I am on my way to Detroit. I'm up in Michigan now, and it's been raining like crazy ever since I can remember. But there is this incredible rainbow, and I just wanted to stop. I'm standing here downtown Detroit, and I'm in front of a memorial that's called the Spirit of Detroit. And behind it is a scripture that says, "Now the Lord is that Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty." And I thought, man, that's really cool, because it actually is a reference to an ancient text where Moses, after he had led the people of Israel out of Egypt and under the slavery of Pharaoh, he was on a mountaintop, and he was in the presence of the Lord, and he was receiving as the tablets and as we know of the Ten Commandments. But while he was gone, the people thought, he's left us. He's not here anymore. He's gone, and God has left us. And so they took it upon themselves to create a new God, their own God. And so they gathered their gold, and they made this great big calf. Yeah, that was going to be their God. So Moses comes down out of the mountain with the tablets, and as he's coming down, because he was in the presence of the Lord, he was just really glorious. His face was shining, and it's like it was worse than looking into the brightest sunshine you'd ever seen. And so the people put a bag over his head because they couldn't stand to look at him because of this radiance that was coming from him. Interesting, huh? And so as the scripture goes on, Paul is referencing this story, this account, and he's telling the people he's telling us today that, the Ten Commandments, the presence of the Lord resulted in the Ten Commandments, which was to be a reference for the relationship with God, and to be able to, because of God's love for us and his desire for us and his design for us, and but the people couldn't grasp it. And you know how hard it is for us today to even to try to live out the Ten Commandments. Very difficult. And so in this reference of that, it actually became a rule of condemnation, a government of condemnation, if you will. And what Paul's telling us in referencing this is he's saying now we're to be under a rule of affirmation, a government of affirmation. And so it's interesting that Detroit here is saying that the Spirit of Detroit is meant to be a government of affirmation. And I think you do find that in a lot of ways in Detroit. There is a lot of acceptance, there's a lot of encouragement, and there's a lot of rebuilding that's going on. There's a lot of newness that's coming to the city. A lot of great and cool things are happening. And so I'm just going to share some glimpses of Detroit and share some of the sights that I got to see while I was here visiting in Detroit. And a lot of cool things are happening. standing outside of St. Anne Church. It is the oldest active church in America, started July 26, 1701. This portion of it right here, this cathedral was built in 1886.